What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with some more post-trade deadline rebuilds, and we're talking about another team that was super active at the deadline, the Los Angeles Clippers. They walked away with Bones Hyland, Eric Gordon, and Mason Plumlee, so today we're going to jump in and do a new look Clippers rebuild post-trade deadline. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. But like I just said, the Clippers walked away with Mason Plumlee, Bones Hyland for very cheap, which I was very surprised by, and then of course Eric Gordon as well, who started his career, I believe, in LA, so it's kind of interesting. Or he started in New Orleans, I can't remember. He's played here before, that's all I know. Did he start in New Orleans? No, he started in LA, that's what I thought. So we got Paul George, Kawhi, Norman Powell, Mason Plumlee. We all know this Clippers team, when healthy, can be good, but that's always the biggest question. Is this team ever going to be healthy? They might also go out there and get Russell Westbrook as well. We shall see if that will happen. They have a lot of decent role players. They traded Luke Kennard, and then I think they traded someone else as well, or maybe that was it. But regardless, let's see what this rotation looks like. So it's going to be Bones Hyland, Paul George, Kawhi, Marcus Morris, Zubac, Norman Powell, Mason Plumlee, Terrence Mann, Nick Batum, and Eric Gordon as your rotation. And if I could, I would go sign Russell Westbrook, but of course he is not a free agent. I might be able to, if he gets released, which that would be cool if he did, but I don't even know if that ever happens in this game. So no Russell Westbrook for now, but hey, I guess if he does end up getting signed later on, then maybe we can do an updated Clippers rebuild with Russell Westbrook on the roster. We'll see. But as we know, the Clippers window is closing, man. It's ticking. The time is ticking. Kawhi and Paul George are getting in the last 2 years of their contract. They're not getting any younger, so the time is now. So this Clippers team needs to buckle down and try to win a championship this year. We'll see if they can make that happen. Of course, Kevin Durant's on the Suns now. The buyout market's going to be huge for all these contending rosters. Let's just simulate to the end of the season here in 2K. Let's see what 2K thinks about this Clippers squad. And we have a limited time window here because I'm not going past when Kawhi and Paul George leave. So I got a limited time to build a contender, which they already are a contender, but I got a limited time to win a championship with them in 2K is what I should be saying. So let's just simulate. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that allows you to choose overs or unders on your favorite players that you enjoy watching each and every day. It is available on mobile or desktop, and this is how it looks. They give you the number, and you're going to choose over or under on it. They pretty much have every sport you can imagine, whether it's soccer, NFL, NHL. They have a ton of different options. So this is how it works. You choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 being 3 times your money, all the way up to 6 players, 25 times your money. Prize Picks has just elevated my watching experience to a whole new level. So if you want to sign up, I also have some of my entries as examples here. That way you can kind of see how it works. But if you want to sign up, links in the description. Use code Crushables. They match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. Jokic wins MVP. Paulo is your rookie of the year. Russell Westbrook wins 6th man of the year. But like I said, Russell Westbrook apparently was reported that he's open to playing for Utah. The Chicago Bulls are interested. The Clippers are interested. Maybe he goes to Suns. There's so many dynamics that could happen here with Russell Westbrook. We'll see what happens with them. Of course, when he does get bought out or if he stays on the Jazz, we will do a video on it maybe. I mean, if he stays in Utah, I might not do a video on it. But if he goes to like a different team, we could. So Claxton wins Defensive Player of the Year. That's actually really cool to see. It's probably going to be him or Jaren Jackson. Şengün Most Improved, and Missoula Coach of the Year. So Luka Doncic, Shea, Giannis, Tatum, Jokic. Here's your All-NBA second team and All-NBA third team, All-Defense first team, and All-Defensive second team. No Jaren Jackson here is actually kind of crazy, but that's besides the point. We're the 4th seed in the West. So if we go take a look at how we did rest of the season, you had 24 from Paul George, 21.5 from Kawhi, 16 from Powell, and then 12 from Bones Hyland, 12 from Marcus Morris, 11 from Eric Gordon, and then 11 from Plumlee, 10 and 10 from Zubac. So let's jump in here. I think we should probably shrink our rotation down to a 9-man rotation now that we're in the playoffs. So let's see what it would look like. So they got Bones Hyland, Paul George, Kawhi, Batum, Plumlee. They want to start Plumlee over Zubac. I don't know if I like that. Of course, the Clippers love to go small a lot, so that's probably what it would be anyway. But they want to start Batum as well. Sure, I guess Eric Gordon would be out of the rotation. Whatever, we'll just roll with it. So 9-man rotation going up against Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. So this could be a very, very tough matchup. So let's see how this goes. Of course, the Mavericks didn't get anybody else at the deadline. Just have Kyrie and Luka Doncic. There we go. We finally can look at it. So this is what our matchup is looking like. Let's see if we can beat them. What does 2K think? Are the Clippers going to stall out here? Or are we going to actually contend? So we're down 2-0 to start things off. Down 3-0, and we win game 4. But it may be too little too late unless we come back here. And no, we get eliminated in 6 games. So ultimately, if that were to happen in real life, if you're the Clippers GM and if you're Steve Ballmer, what are you doing? What would your decision be? Would you run it back again with the risk of losing Paul George and Kawhi in the next offseason? Or are you going to take advantage, cut your losses, and trade these two guys and get what you can for them now? That is a tough decision the Clippers will have to make, especially if they stall out in the playoffs again this season. But you have the Celtics go on and win a championship. Now, today, I'm going to take the latter. I'm just going to keep them and try to build around them, continue to do that. LeBron James retires, but I'm just going to go ahead and bring him back. I'm excited to watch the Lakers tonight, by the way, with their new additions. It's going to be a lot of fun. But draft lottery time, our pick is, of course, going to go to the Oklahoma City Thunder, so we don't really have a pick here. Pistons number 1, Blazers number 9 via the Knicks. So that should actually be going to the Knicks, but whatever. It's not really my problem today. So regardless, let's just go ahead and see what we can do this offseason to try to keep being a contender here with the Clippers. We basically have this one offseason. Of course, we can re-sign Paul George and Kawhi, but they're only going to keep going down overall. So my window of opportunity to win a championship is right now. It really is like right now. We're running out of time, which is why the Clippers are going to have a very tough decision to make this offseason if they don't win a championship this season. So, I mean, even if they do win a championship, maybe like, hey, we won a championship. Now it's time to think about the future. But let's go to draft night. Let's start thinking about some trades because, man, oh, man, do we need to make some trades to put this team over the top. I'm going to try to swing for Bojan Bogdanovic from the Detroit Pistons. I don't know what it would take to get him, but Terrence Mann would probably have to be in the trade. Then, of course, like Robert Covington to match the money. And then our 23rd pick here on draft night. We are desperate, and they actually accept that. So we get Bojan Bogdanovic to be our brand new power forward on this Clippers team. This is our way of going for it. He might go down in overall, but we have to try to do something. So Bojan would be really excellent to have here in LA. So, yeah, we traded a couple pieces of our depth, but now we have Bojan Bogdanovic as our brand new power forward. I feel pretty solid about that. We're not done, but that's a first good addition to this team. I like it a lot. So the next one I kind of want to try to make, if the Hawks are willing to do it, I wonder if they would make Clint Capella available if we gave them like an expiring salary, just that way they can get out of his contract sooner. Be like Batum, and then let's say it's Amir Coffey. That's going to be a little bit off, and then yeah, I don't really have anything else I can throw in this trade, unfortunately. So it was going to be worth a shot, or yeah, so we can't yet. I'll come back to it. Let's see if we can pull that off later. But we don't have a draft pick anymore. We traded for Bojan. So got Bojan on draft night to upgrade our roster. We got a second round pick. Player options. Eric Gordon, I'm actually going to accept because we might be able to use him in a trade. Bones Highland, of course, is going to be coming back. And free agency is going to be big as well. So I want to see what mid-level player we can sign. Got Kevin Love, Dwayne Dedman, Boogie Cousins, Metu. I'm actually going to look at Kevin Love because I think Kevin Love actually stays the same overall and is pretty good off the bench. So I'm going to sign Kevin Love back, or sign Kevin Love to this team. And then if Mason Plumlee can be re-signed, I'll probably do that as well, but it's not looking good as far as bringing him back. So let's see. Can we sign him back? It's not looking. Ooh, it looks like we can. So I'm going to sign Mason Plumlee as well to be our backup center still. Now we have him. Okay, so Plumlee's back. And then now we just need to start looking at other trades. So Bones Highland. I'd prefer to have Bones Highland come off the bench and not start, I would think. Eric Gordon. So we're definitely going to be looking at other trades. We got our power forward rotation. Our center rotation could change. Like I said, we're just looking at that Capella option. So let me say, let's go back to the Hawks. If they were willing to get rid of Capella because they're just ready to get off his contract, it'd be like Batum, Amir Coffey, and let's say like Brandon Boston as a young piece, and maybe Preston. We just kind of go all in on Clint Capella. Couple seconds, and they agree. So we get Capella on this team, which is going to be a huge upgrade at our center position. So I love that. So now we kind of have a three-headed monster at center. We'll fix that in a second. So we got our power forward rotation. We got Plumlee and Capella now. Then you got Kawhi, Eric Gordon, and you got Norman Powell, Paul George. I think the biggest thing I want to do is get a new point guard. I think that's the last move we can really make that'll push this team where we want it to be. So a point guard, whether it's to back up, of course, Bones Highland, or to just take over. So we're not going to go for like the home run hitter point guard. If I could sign Russell Westbrook to a minimum, which he maybe would sign to go play in LA, that'd be great. But of course, he's not going to go for that. So fortunately, I can't just go that route. That could be something that could actually happen. But let's just go try to make a trade for a point guard, and let's see what we can come up with. So we were unable to trade for a point guard, but I will not give up. We will stop at the trade deadline if need be. So this is the upgrades we made. This is our window of opportunity. So it's Bones Highland, Paul George, Kawhi, Bojan Bogdanovic, Capella, Zubac, Mason Plumlee as kind of two backup centers right now. Norman Powell, Kevin Love. And of course, we're going to need more depth after that. But we are going to simulate this season. I will probably stop at the trade deadline. I'm still going to be very aggressive in trying to find my new point guard to have Bones Highland come off the bench. We're going to move this to a balanced system, I guess. But I do love the additions of Capella and Bojan. So hopefully that just upgrades everything we need. Let's just simulate to the rest of the season. Let's see how this goes. And hopefully we're a very good team and a top 3 seed in the West. And maybe we can go out there and win a championship. The Charlotte Hornets have agreed to my trade offer here at the trade deadline, and I feel really good about what we just pulled off. Eric Gordon for 3 seconds and a future first. We are going for it, and right now we are 44-10 on the season. Paul George is having a vintage season for us right now, and we just upgraded the point guard spot like crazy with Terry Rozier. Although Bones Hyland was playing very well, I think him off the bench is going to make us an even better team. Or we could have Rozier come off the bench, either way, but I think Rozier at point guard is going to go up in overall. So yeah, we've essentially threw together the best possible squad we could have. So Rozier, Paul George, Kawhi, Bojan, Capella, Bones Hyland, Zubac, Mason Plumlee, Norman Powell. I think the only thing we need to do now is probably trade Plumlee or Zubac, and that's probably what we're going to do here. So if I can get like an upgrade at the power forward or probably the small forward spot, I think that's what we kind of need to look for in this trade. So Drummond, Malik Beasley is kind of interesting as well, but you have Powell, Bogdan, that could be awesome. And then you got Konolik. Jonathan Isaac is interesting. So Jonathan Isaac, we can take a flyer on him, get Terrence Ross as well. I'm going to go ahead and do this trade with the Orlando Magic, or that's the Kings, my apologies. So we got Jonathan Isaac now as our brand new small forward, power forward. It doesn't matter too much. He actually is an 80 overall at small forward. So now, new rotation for this Clippers squad is Rozier, Paul George, Kawhi, Bojan, Capella, Bones Hyland, Isaac, Zubac, Norman Powell. So if this team ain't going to win a championship, I don't know what would. Hopefully this team, by the end of things, is going to come out here and is going to be on top of the West. Luka Doncic wins MVP. Victor Wembanyama in New Orleans, which is something nobody wants to see, I would think. Klay Thompson, 6-man. Giannis defense, other than Pelicans fans, of course. But Giannis defense player of the year and Isaiah Jackson most improved. Tom Thibodeau is your coach of the year. So you got Luka, LaMelo, Giannis, LeBron, and Jokic. Here's your All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team. So I don't... Oh, we got quiet All-NBA third team. Paul George made it too, right? Did I not skip? How did Paul George not make it? That man was absolutely carrying to start things off. But whatever. He made all defense team, which is nice. But you got the first team in the West, which is awesome. Is the Pelicans in the play-in tournament? Okay, I don't want to see them, to be honest with you. So hopefully we don't got to play the Pelicans in round 1, because that looks like an upset to me. But 28 from Paul George, 24 from Kawhi, 16 from Rozier, 16 from Bones Hyland, 14 from Bojan, 9 from Zubac, and 8 from Norman Powell, 7 from Capella, and 6 from Jonathan Isaac. So we threw together the best possible Clipper squad I think we could have. So if this team can't win it all here, I don't know if we're going to be able to in this video, because like I said, Paul George and Kawhi are going to be free agents this offseason. They're both going to decline their play options most likely, or one of them will accept, and they're going to start going down in overall like crazy. So the time is now. So hopefully we can just win right here. Let's see what we get in round 1. So let's go. Let's see what this is going to look like. So New Orleans. Ugh. Bro, if we get Wembanyama in round 1, I'm scared. Actually, I mean, either way, this is going to be tough, because Memphis is tough. I don't know, man. We get Memphis. Okay, I think I would have rather have played Memphis. Wembanyama and Zion in round 1 sounds absolutely intimidating, but you got John Morant, Jackson, Bane. The Grizzlies are obviously very good as well. I like my squad. We'll see if we can come out here and beat the Grizzlies round 1. So game 1, we're up 1-0, 149, 112. 34, 33, and 12. Bojan 26. I think he was like the perfect role player to bring into here, so I'm very happy to have him right now, averaging 26 in the playoffs because we played 1 game. But game 2, we're up 2-0. Great start. So we take care of both games at home. Game 3, they win. Game 4, they win. So just like that, they take care of both their games at home as well. And now game 5 is going to be huge, and we win that one. Now can we take one in Memphis? And no, we're going to a game 7 in round 1. I knew this was going to be intimidating. Memphis is a scary matchup in 2K. So let's just come out here and hope for the best in game 7. We lose in round 1 here. It's not going to be a good sign. And it's a back and forth game, as back and forth as it can be. We have the lead, and it's looking like we are moving on. Man, that was scary. But we beat the Jonathan Isaac. I can't speak right now. Jonathan Isaac, 19 points, by the way, in that closeout game. So everyone was just kind of collective group effort, double-digit scoring across the board. Now I get the Golden State Warriors. We have Stephen Curry, Poole, Wiggins, Kuminga, Looney, Klay Thompson, Willie, Carson Wallace, Moses Moody, and then this Gary Payton guy. So, yeah, Gary Payton, if you guys saw what's going on Twitter right now, I encourage you to realize there's 2 sides to every story. So, I know the Blazers are being painted as the ultimate bad guy right now, but I would just wait till the full details come out, because Gary Payton could be lying, or someone, or 2 medical staffs could just have 2 different opinions. I don't know. the whole crazy situation, and Blazers are absolutely getting flamed for it. So yeah, but it is what it is. So game 1, they win. Game 2, we're gonna get swept by the Warriors, or we're gonna even it up. Boom, we even it up. Can we win game 5? Yes. Can we win game 6? Yes, we can. And now we get the Battle of LA. We've been asking for this matchup for years, and we've never gotten it, but now we finally get it here with this new and improved Lakers roster. And Russell Westbrook went back to the Lakers. That ain't ever happening. Come on, man. So Russell Westbrook's gonna be the 6th man again, backing up D'Lo. But imagine if Russ did. That'd be pretty nasty. Regardless, though, they no longer have Malik Beasley, it looks like. So I guess that's nice. Their bench got maybe a little bit worse. Let's just come out here and see what happens. Game 1, they are up 1-0. In game 2, we even it up 94-91. Very, very tough matchup here. Game 3, they're up 2-1. They're up 3-1. And we are going to ultimately lose to the Lakers in 5 games. So LeBron James, James Harden are your finals MVPs. And you're going to have the Sixers go on to win a championship. I threw together the best possible squad I could for this Clippers team. And now it did not work out. So as far as everybody under contract, it looks like we can run it back one more year because everyone's under contract, but this team is about to get super old super fast. So we can run it another year, but I honestly think we might get eliminated like round 1 next year, just saying. So LeBron James retires though, so maybe that's a good sign. We don't have to deal with him next year. That was the team that did eliminate us, but the Thunder are only going to get better. We'll run it back one more year, like I said, but I expect to probably get eliminated in round 1. So we'll just roll with it, I guess. So we ran it back another season, and this time it finished up as the first seed in the West again. If you go take a look at the player stats, you had 26 from Paul George, 21 from Kawhi, 15 from Rozier, and then 15 from Bones Highland, 13.5, and then 8, and then 8. So let's go ahead and see if we could beat the Warriors. They gave us some issues last year, so let's go see. It's going to click Simulate Current Round, and we're going to live with the results just because, I mean, we got nothing to lose. Simulate Current Round, this is the last season no matter what. Actually, we have everything to lose. What am I talking about? But we do beat them in 6. And now I get to play the Houston Rockets, who have Scoot Henderson, Jabari, Porzingis, and then Şengün. So a very good Rockets squad. Somebody current round against them. And hey, we beat them in 4. And now we get the New Orleans Pelicans, who have Victor Wembanyama, Zion, Ingram, Dyson Daniel, CJ McCollum. So let's see what happens. Somebody current round. And we beat them in 5. So we are actually in the NBA Finals. And now we get to play the Miami Heat to see if we can win a championship. They acquired Jared Vanderbilt. I know Miami Heat fans were very upset they did nothing at the deadline, but right now 116 and 113. I thought we weren't going to be able to win it, and we have a chance here, and we do beat them in 5, I think. Yep, all right, we'll take it. So ultimately got the Clippers their goal of winning a championship. Paul George is your finals MVP at 35 years old, and if that's what the Clippers eventually get to, they'll be very happy with that, obviously, because the ultimate thing was when they brought these two in was to go win a championship. They have not done that just yet. We were able to accomplish that in 2K. But will they accomplish that in real life? Thank you guys for watching. This is Crushables. I'll see you on the next one. Saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.